So he'd be sitting there with a cigarette in his hand and a drink, and I came in with the fish, and I said, "Dad, look, I got a bullhead." And he goes, "That's my boy, you got a bullhead. That's a big fish, isn't it?" You know?
And if those who are trying their best to overcome dependency or mental demons need to be scared straight, it is this man who can do it, John Hoich. His name is on the outside of the building. The building was constructed on the exact site where his abusive father owned and ran a bar. Irony at its very best. For almost as the phoenix rose from the ashes, so too John Hoich rose from the torn-down bar to build this center so that others would, hopefully, never even come close to experiencing what he did as a boy.
And I start finding my mom would scream more and try to beat on him to leave my sisters alone and leave me alone. And what did he do? He didn't quit. And he would throw her across the room, and then she'd bleed, and throw me and continue to beat me and continue to throw my head through drywall and continue to remind me every day a negative attitude that I was a no good, rotten little bastard and never amount to anything. And that was my childhood. That was all I could remember. My happiest days, my very happiest days, is when I went to school, because I could be with teachers. My teachers were my saviors. My kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Kerwin, who became Mrs. Ogle, was my kindergarten teacher and my catechism teacher, you know, through the Catholic catechism, and those were the best days of my life, because I could be with love. I could be without the fear. I could be without the beatings. I could be without that 3-pack-a-day smoker that he was, and 27 screwdrivers a day he was drinking. He'd start early in the morning, and then he would stop about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and then he would let us have it in all different degrees, beating me, raping my sisters and beating them, and basically raping my mom. There wasn't love. And then beating her. And that was my childhood.
There was more. There was much more, but too graphic to report here. Hoich became a self-made millionaire by mowing lawns and later wrote a book detailing his ordeal. If you're interested, you can find his story in From the Ground Up, an incredible read from a man who has dedicated his life to helping others break the chains of addiction. And one of those men now serves lunch at this center every day.